Hi guys, welcome to another video. Hope you're all keeping well. Now, seeing as Halloween is fast approaching, what I thought I'd do, guys, for this video, I thought I'd pick 20 movies from my own horror movie collection. Horror movies, that don't usually get much mention, and kind of alternative horror movies, if you like. It changed from Halloween, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street and so on. So the movies I'm going to show and talk about, you may not have seen, guys, so I thought it might be a good idea for a new video, because I love discovering rare movies and that, what I haven't seen and that. So hopefully you'll get some enjoyment out of this video. Okay then, guys, enough rabbiting on from me. Okay, let's just get straight into it. So the first video I would like to show you is this is one of my all-time favourite horror classics from the 1970s. I absolutely love this movie. It's got a great stellar cast. It's got Christopher Lee, Peter Cushing, John Pertwee, Ingrid Pitt. Watched this movie so many times I never ever get fed up with it, especially the Christopher Lee segments. And that is Amicus's The House That Dripped Blood. Fantastic release here, guys, from Second Sight. Fantastic movie. If you love your Amicus horror anthologies, there's the alternative artwork. I'm sure if you haven't seen this one, I'm sure you'll enjoy this one. One of the greatest horror anthologies ever made. So there you go, guys. That's the first alternative horror movie to watch over Halloween. That is the brilliant House That Dripped Blood. Next up is now this has got a very appropriate title, pertaining to Halloween. It's more of a kind of like it's a kind of a mild horror, if you like. It's got elements of romance in it, and it's got elements of comedy. Some of you might have seen it, I don't know, and that is a movie called Love Witch. Beautiful colour, guys, like 1960 style colour, and great picture quality, great story, and really enjoyed this one. Elaine, played by Samantha Robinson, is a beautiful young witch who is determined to find a man to love her, and she uses all kinds of potions and that, but it's got a very dark element to it as well, guys, so I highly recommend this one. Good Halloween watch, if you haven't seen it. That is The Love Witch. Next up is, now we've got two titles here with Satan in the title. So the first one I'd like to show you is from 1978. That is a movie called Satan's Blood. Great little black magic movie, guys. Ideal for Halloween. All about it. It's like got a kind of a Dead Sweetly slant with this. Really enjoyable movie. The superior Euro sleaze horror. A newly married couple living in Madrid, Andre and Anna, meet an eccentric couple of swingers, or misses, in a chance encounter and invited to a foreboding country estate. When a heavy thunderstorm and car trouble prevents Andre and Anna from leaving, they stay overnight, and the couples decide to try and communicate with spirits using a Ouija board. I'll leave it there, guys. It's a great watch, this. That is Satan's Blood. And the other Satan title I'd like to show you is this wasn't as good as the other one, I have to say. This is from, it doesn't say actually what year it was made. It's just the release of the Blu-ray. This is a movie called Satan's Cheerleaders. It's a kind of like if you like, it's kind of like a spoof on the old devil worship, American cheerleader narrative, so it's okay. It's not one I'd rave over, but if you're looking for a fun, again, mildish horror movie to watch over Halloween, check out Satan's Cheerleaders. Next up, now I've got to go back to the old classics, haven't I? Because I'm such a huge fan of the old monster movies, and this is a great one. It's got a great twist as well that I did not see coming. This is a movie starring the late great Bela Lugosi and Lionel Barrymore, and that is a movie called The Mark of the Vampire. Great cover there, guys. There he is, the late great Bela Lugosi, my second favourite Dracula after Christopher Lee, and there's some stills there, guys, from the movie. Blood-sucking vampires are on the loose, terrorising the frightened residents of a tiny village in this long-lost horror masterpiece. Directed by master of the macabre Todd Browning, Mark of the Vampire is a classic shocker with a startling twist. So there you go, guys. That is Mark of the Vampire. Was it from I think it's around about 1941, 42. There you go. Mark of the Vampire. Next up is, now this is a foreign movie, guys. This is on the Black House label. I've only watched it once. It's a bit of a slow burn, I grant you, but once I got into it, I had to see what happened at the end. It's about this young couple who find themselves in a foreboding graveyard where they descended to a dark tomb in order to make love. When they eventually re-emerge into darkness, they become lost in the labyrinth of the graveyard and try to escape before hysteria slowly overwhelms them. Yeah, that is a movie called The Iron Rose, guys. There you go. If you love your spooky graveyard movies, I guarantee you'll derive some enjoyment from The Iron Rose. Yeah, starring Francois Pascal, Hugues Quest, I hope I pronounced that correctly, and that is from 1973, and that is The Iron Rose. Next up is, oh, I absolutely love this case. Actually, I only watched a documentary just last Sunday about the actual case. It occurred in 1977, very, very famous poltergeist case. That is the Enfield Haunting. This is the TV movie, guys. It was on a couple of years ago. Great, rendition of this, terrifying true life, ghost story that happened in Enfield, yeah, in the mid-70s, yeah. Great performance there by Timothy Spall. It also stars Juliet Stevenson. It's described as The Exorcist meets Bates Motel, yeah, based on real live events. So I'm actually hoping to do a video at some point all about the Enfield Haunting and that, because it's very, very interesting. I've got books on it and that, yeah, so there you go, guys. If you like, true life haunted house movies, if you haven't seen that, check that out, The Enfield Haunting. Next up, this is, again, I've got to put another anthology movie in. This is a very rare one, guys. I haven't seen any of you guys, as far as I can remember, talking about this one. It stars John Ritter, and that is a movie called The House on Terror Tract. Brilliant anthology movie. John Ritter plays this, he's a kind of like a dodgy demonic estate agent, and he has this couple and that, and he's showing around all these houses and that. But the thing is, every single house what he's showing them, something horrific has happened. I won't say any more about it, guys. This is a great one. I would love to see this released on Blu-ray. It's a fantastic anthology movie. Really creepy stories and that, especially the one involving the monkey. Yeah, so if you love your anthologies, check out The House on Terror Tract. And another anthology, guys, a lot of people think this is an Amicus one, but it actually isn't. This stars Joan Collins, Kim Novak, Michael Jaston, and Donald Pleasance, and that is a movie called Tales That Witness Madness. Great little horror anthology. I think it's very, very underrated, this movie. I absolutely love it. Great stories in it and that, great performance, especially from Joan Collins. It's got that episode where a husband cuts down this weird tree trunk in the garden, played by Michael Jaston, great actor, and he brings it back to the house, and he treats it like an actual living woman, because he puts it on the bed and he says, "Do you love me? Do you love me?" Oh, yeah, it's mad, that one, guys. It really is. Yeah, you want to check it out. And I love the one with Susie Kendall in as well, where a boyfriend buys all these antiques from an antique shop, and he's got this photograph of a guy called Uncle Albus who lived in the Victorian days, and it's very, very creepy. And he's got a penny farthing, and he goes on a penny farthing, and when he goes on a penny farthing and starts cycling, it takes him back to the Victorian days, and this weird character in the park, he's dressed like Sherlock Holmes. That's Uncle Albus. And the story with the tiger. Great framing story as well, starring Donald Pleasance from Halloween, yeah. So, highly recommended. That is Tales That Witness Madness. Next up is, this is from a James Herbert novel, actually, one of the last novels he wrote before he sadly passed away. This stars the girl from Coronation Street, Suzanne Jones. That's a movie called The Secrets of Crickley Hall. It was on the television a couple of years ago. It's a great ghost story, ideal for Halloween. That is The Secrets of Crickley Hall. Now, this is a good one. I've only watched this one once. Got a great ending as well. Stars Colin Ward, Matthew Harris, and Danny Filth. What a surname, Danny Filth. That's a movie called Baphomet, all about demonic evocations and that, and supernatural forces. Great movie. That is Baphomet. Next up, this is another classic from the 1960s, from Amicus Studios. Stars Peter Cushing, Patrick Wymark, and Christopher Lee. All centering around the story of the skull of the Marquis de Sade, and that's The Skull. Great movie. One of Peter Cushing's best, in my opinion. It's a great addition, guys. There you go. That is The Skull. Highly recommended. Next up, this is one stars Anthony Perkins, who of course is most remembered for playing Norman Bates in Psycho. This has got like a kind of a supernatural slant to it. It also stars Arlie Eremy and Dee Wallace. That's a movie called I'm Dangerous Tonight. It's all about this dress that's haunted. If you put the dress on, it sort of takes you over. And Anthony Perkins is fantastic in this as the college professor. There he is, the late great Anthony Perkins. So there you go, guys. Highly recommended again for Halloween. That is I'm Dangerous Tonight. Next up, this is based on another true case in Britain, all centering again around the poltergeist. I believe it occurred was it in the northeast somewhere? Yeah, the true story of the most terrifying poltergeist haunting in British. Oh, sorry, it was Yorkshire in 1974. That is a movie called When the Lights Went Out. Again, like the Enfield Haunting, highly recommended. For Halloween. Great story. Some really creepy moments in this one, guys. So there you go. That is When the Lights Went Out. Ooh, bit of a wind getting up out there. This is another great one, guys. I did actually have this on the Shameless label, the yellow covers, but I upgraded to this one, this 4K. I love this movie, all about a creepy church and that, and spirits infesting the church and locking the people in. Great movie. That's a movie called Church. Really creepy story, guys, and the church is absolutely terrifying and that, and demons and that, what more could you ask for on a horror movie? So there you go, guys. That is The Church. Now we move on to a Paul Naschy movie. Now, guys, I'm a great fan of Paul Naschy. Granted, he's made a couple of turkeys, but a lot of them. He's also made a lot of enjoyable movies and that, especially the recent ones I've had. This is one of those movie, guys, and it's a movie called Howl of the Devil. Great watch. I couldn't take my eyes off the screen. It was that good. Really fantastic movie, yeah. It also stars Howard Vernon and Carolyn Munro. Yeah, Spanish horror star Paul Naschy plays a multitude of roles in a tour de force performance in one of his last great films. He plays Hector Durrani, a stage and screen actor who feels himself living in the shadow of his dead twin brother. Oh, it's great, this, guys. Real creepy atmosphere and a great twist at the end. One of Paul Naschy's best movies, in my opinion. Really enjoyed it, yeah. So there you go, guys. From 1988, 97 minutes long, and that is The Howl of the Devil. Next up is, now this is more of a kind of like a psychological murder horror movie, but the female character in this is absolutely terrifying. She is heinous, she's ruthless, and she's the ultimate female screen villain. Right up there with Annie Wilkes from Misery. That's it. I've got two movies actually in this. I've got the sequel. That's a movie called Mommy. She is terrifying. Do anything on her daughter and he will be hell to pay. Great movie. If you like psychological, like movies like The Stepfather, I would equate it to movies like that. Psycho, Misery. She's great in this. She really is. Yeah. Yeah. Meet Mommy. She's pretty. She's perfect. She's June Cleaver. June Cleaver with a cleaver. And you don't want to meet, deny her or her precious daughter anything. She's Patty McCormick. Yeah, she was in the original Bad Seed, if any of you've seen that movie, The Bad Seed, yeah. She's fantastic in this, yeah. And Jason Miller from The Exorcist, the other priest in The Exorcist, he's in this as well. So it's great, yeah. Yeah, so there you go, guys. I've got the two movies there, Mommy and Mommy's Day. Great package there, Mommy and Mommy's Day. Next up is a movie star. This is a psychological thriller, very much along the lines of Psycho. Stars the late great Bessie Davis, Hollywood legend, and this is from 1974. It's a pretty short movie, it only runs to 74 minutes, and that is a movie called Scream, Prissy, Peggy. Great psychological thriller, and as always, Bessie Davis is fantastic in this, playing this villainous, villainous Harridan. She really is. Highly recommended. Yeah, this is a brand new HD master. Screen great Bessie Davis stars in Scream, Prissy, Peggy, a made-for-TV creep fest crafted in the grand tradition of Hitchcock's Psycho. Yeah, college students and aspiring artist Peggy takes a housekeeping job at a mansion where sculptor Jeffrey lives with his elderly mother, the diabolical Miss Davis. Things get strange when Peggy discovers a third residence, Jeffrey's hopelessly insane sister. So there you go, guys. If you like a psychological horror movies, check out Scream, Prissy, Peggy. Lovely addition as well. There you go, guys. The late great Bessie Davis and Scream, Prissy, Peggy. Next one up is this is another one that stars. Well, this is actually a British actor, a legendary actor. Made many great movies. He's made quite a few horrors, quite a few for Hammer. This is from is it 1962. Stars Jeanette Scott, Oliver Reed, and that is a movie called Paranoic. Oliver Reed is really on the money in this. He really is, as he always is in all of his movies and that. Great performances all around. Again, very reminiscent of Psycho. So if you haven't seen Paranoic, this is a Hammer movie, by the way, guys. And there you go, guys. There's the original artwork. I really love this one. It's great. It's got a great twist as well. So there you go, guys. Paranoic, starring the late great Oliver Reed. Fantastic movie. And last but by no means least, now this is another one. This is another one set in a haunted house in England, but I don't think it's based on an actual case. But I really enjoyed it, and I hope it gets a Blu-ray release soon. I actually got one of the people who worked on it. I think it was the producer actually contacted me and thanked me for giving it a good review. So it's made up, yeah. This is a movie called the Ashcraft Entity. Fantastic cover there, guys. Very, very creepy movie, you know. Really typical haunted house movie. Got all the haunted house tropes and that, you know, but very, very enjoyable for all that. Yeah, I'll just read you the synopsis before I finish this video. It's loosely based on the true story of the Thornton Heath poltergeist, but very, very loosely. Peter and Margaret believe they purchased their dream home, but this house is hiding a deadly decades-old secret that is seeking vengeance. A moody, effective period British horror in a Hammer tradition. Yeah, so there you go, guys. That's the last one of my alternative horror movies to watch over Halloween. That is the Ashcraft Entity. Right, guys, that wraps the video up. I hope you enjoyed it. Have you seen any of these movies? Let me know down below in the comments. Let's get a good discussion going. So, yeah, I might even actually do a second alternative Halloween. I'll just see how it goes and that, you know, because I'm doing my live stream this week and I've got a couple of special guests and that. So, I'm looking forward to that on Thursday, special Halloween. So, if you've got a spare moments, you know, come along. Like, be great to see you. Yeah. Okay, but getting back to these, that's to say, like, I hope you enjoyed them and that, you know. And if you've got any thoughts on any of those movies, do discuss in the comments down below. I love doing these movies where, you know, showing rare movies and that, what you guys might have seen, because I always like recommending movies, what, you know, oh, I'll check that out, and vice versa. I like watching your guys' videos when you pick a movie up and, oh, I haven't seen that, I'll get that. So, yeah, that's one of the pleasures of being a horror fan on YouTube. Yeah, okay then, guys, I'll wind the video down now. Yeah, the usual, if you like the video, please feel free to share, subscribe, comments, and all going well. If I don't see it in another video, I will see you all on my live chat this coming Thursday at 8 o'clock. Okay, guys, enjoy the rest of the weekend. Bye for now.